We continue to follow breaking news out of Howard County. Disaster strikes yet again in Ellicott City with severe storms slamming the area. Damage so bad that an emergency declaration has already been signed. Howard County government says the devastating flooding is on the same scale as the historic storm from 2 years ago. Governor Larry Hogan is now in Ellicott City being briefed on the flooding and the damage there. Hogan posted this picture on Twitter of him, the Lieutenant Governor, and Howard County Executive Alan Kittleman discussing the damage and what comes next. And moments ago, Howard County Recreation and Parks tweeted out that anyone seeking shelter in Ellicott City is urged to go to the Roger Carter Community Center on Milltown Drive. Now, this is video sent into our newsroom earlier today showing fast-moving water rushing through Main Street this afternoon. You could see cars being swept away and rising waters racing through the streets, causing destruction and forcing evacuations throughout the area. And this was the scene moments ago. Floodwater continues to rush through the area, causing road closures in parts all over. And WJZ has a team of reporters covering the devastating floods. Devin Bartolotta, she is live in Ellicott City with the aftermath. But first, let's go to Meg McNamara with the rain totals and what's to come. Meg.
Hi, Rick. So we showed you some of our radar estimates that were between 7 to 9 inches, but it's nice when we get some actual numbers. So these are from trained weather spotters. Catonsville actually almost 10 inches of rain, just about 8 inches from someone there in Ellicott City. A different number there, right around 7.5. So these are what we're seeing right now, and we'll get more and more of these rain totals into the newsroom as that rain slowly but surely quiets down. I do want to say the worst of the rain is now over for Howard County, for Ellicott City, for the Baltimore area as well. So this is what we're seeing right now for Ellicott City, plain green, meaning the rain actually on the lighter side. But we know it is going to take hours for the rain that is already present to recede. And you can see here the rain generally lightening across the Baltimore area. The heaviest rain now over southern Maryland. And that's because it was the backdoor cold front that was the culprit of these strong storms. That is now pushed to the south. Sunset around 8:15 this evening, so we're losing that instability that really is the source of these strong storms. So we are going to quiet down as the evening goes on. We'll time this out, though, of course, coming up on WJZ at 11, but we still have flash flood warnings in effect, and you can see those radar totals here, and flash flood warnings, in fact, for Howard County until 10:30 tonight, Rick.
And some are saying those rain totals actually surpassed the storm from 2 years ago. Meg, thank you. Let's now go to Devin Bartolotta, who is live in Ellicott City. Devin, I believe you actually are on Main Street right now.
Rick, yeah, we finally made it to Main Street here in Ellicott City to get a closer look at the damage. We had to walk through about a half mile of mud and water to get here. We are just on the east side of town here. We're on the bridge, if you're familiar with Ellicott City, and this is the first time that we're getting a look at what's going on. You can see fire and rescue crews. They are going from door to door right now, and they're checking to make sure that no one is in any of those lower level buildings. There are people on the second and third floor in apartments, and they are kind of sheltering in place right now, making sure that they're okay. Earlier today, we saw some cell phone video from downtown Ellicott City that was absolutely unbelievable. People trudging through knee-deep water and just trying to keep their cars from floating away. We saw lots of water rescues here, as well as cars that were washed away. We're actually standing in front of one right now. And business owners have finally gotten here to take a look at some of the damage. We talked to one earlier today, and he was visibly upset.
See, the staircase is completely wiped out. And we lost the coffee shop on the left-hand side the last time. And who knows, because the river runs underneath of that. And that's...
How did you hear about this today?
I got a phone call going, Ellicott City's flooding again.
As the water here starts to recede, we're just getting a little bit of a look at how bad the damage is. You can see this car that is totally over the embankment here. So there is lots of news still to come here in Ellicott City as it continues to still drizzle here. Rick, back to you.
Devin, these images are hard to take in, absolutely heartbreaking. I know that you had a chance to speak with some people earlier who saw cars being swept away. People who are there on Main Street right now, what are they telling you?
People here are just, as I told you a little bit earlier, they've got deja vu. People here have seen this before 2 years ago in July of 2016, and they know how to clean up after this, but they were hoping that they would never have to do it again. And here we are, starting from ground zero here, having to clean up Ellicott City once again.
Devin, thank you again. Ellicott City being asked to stay out of that area, if you will, stay off the roadway. Some people that are still trapped, fire and EMS making several rescues as we speak, and evacuations are still underway for some areas. Devin, thank you so much. Again, roads ripped apart, cars swept away. About 8 inches of rain has fell in Ellicott City in the past couple of hours. Heartbreaking to say the least. So many of these businesses that have rebuilt over the past couple of years since that devastating storm back in 2016. Just heartbreaking to say the least. Hard to imagine what they're going through. Our prayers are certainly with Ellicott City right now. And follow WJZ on Twitter and WJZ.com for the latest on the devastation coming out of Howard County. We'll be right back at 11 with the latest breaking news and the updated forecast.